Hey guys, what's up? It is 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to meet up with a bunch of Rivians to do, I believe, Webster Pass. Now, if you don't know what a Rivian is, it's a very off-road capable electric truck. I've ridden in one before and it is so fast it made me drop my camera. But yeah, we're gonna do Webster Pass. So I'm not gonna be driving this trail. My suspension is sort of crapping out on me, so I don't want to be, aimed down with a bunch of rake and rubbing the whole trail. So I'm just gonna ride with one of the Rivians. If you don't know my channel, I drive a 5th gen 4Runner, and yeah, it's great other than the suspension giving out on me. So I will be fixing that pretty soon. So we're meeting here at Colorado Mills, which has a charging station, so they're gonna charge up. Anyway, I gotta go find these guys and see where this charging station is. Alright, so this whole thing was kind of set up through 4Blades Digital. I want to thank Calvin for actually inviting me out and letting me shoot with him and use some of the footage in this video. So if you like some of the drone footage in here, you should check out below. I'll drop their link. So basically in this video there are going to be 5 Rivians as well as 2 chase vehicles or filming vehicles, the Jeeps. So if you don't know much about the Rivian, it can get up to 14 inches of ground clearance. It has something like 830 horsepower, can get 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, so it's pretty much the best all-around vehicle. So we're going to be doing Webster Pass, which I think is also partly handcart gulch. Don't really know exactly how that works, but this is a 4 out of 10 rating. It's pretty easy, but some of the people that came with us were kind of beginners, so we wanted to take it light. But while it is easy, it is super scenic and probably one of the best trails for just video in general.
Moving.
Does it work pretty well too?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll sit here right behind him the whole entire trip without even thinking about it.
That's cool.
Keep it tight.
Keeping it tight.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask you, we're headed down right now. Now, if I was going down this, I would probably put mine in 3rd or maybe 4th gear, just so I'm not using my brakes coming down. But I want to know how, since you guys don't have gears, how you would actually do that.
So, like now, we're coming down the hill. We're actually in regen as we're coming down. So what's happening is the motors are still providing some power, but they're not providing as much power. So just the sheer weight of it being 7,000 pounds will pull it down the mountain just fine. Any excess power that's generated from that gets put back into the battery. If you look here on my left side of the dash, I've got an efficiency graph that'll actually show me my power input and power output. On the right, I have a blue / a green that I can actually see if I'm actually pulling power or if I'm putting power back in. So when we're doing on the trail, you'll see that graph will be almost green and this will be pegged up here. When we're going up, this is going to be down at the bottom and this is going to be probably maxed out. So it's we have basically a 1-speed gearbox, and that's how we manage everything.
They are constantly engaged. So when there is electrical power to them is the only time that they can freely move. Otherwise, it's a giant magnet that holds itself in place. So when there's no electricity running through them, the magnet is held in place and the vehicle will hold itself in place. They don't even really need a conventional parking brake, because when the power is disengaged, the magnet's fully engaged and it just holds the vehicle in place. So with the electricity running through it allows the magnet to kind of free up and allows motion. When enough electricity is pushed through, that actually allows it to generate momentum, and that's what brings the vehicle forward. And so as it's coming downhill, they cut the electrical power going to the motor, and that magnet and the weight of the vehicle with kinetic energy and just friction helps kind of slow the vehicle back down. Is that kind of on point?
That's 100%.
In 3, 2, 1, accelerate. There you go.
So conserve disables basically the rear. So we're going to run at just 60 miles an hour on just the 2 front motors. it works in good and bad, because now we're basically acting on front wheel drive. So we are going to put more wear on the front, and the rear is just going to roll along for basics. The nice thing about it is, if we do regen, like if we're coming down a hill, we basically get permanent regen out of the rear and partial regen out of the front.
So we're airing down some of the vehicles, some of them aren't. So I always air down, but most of my suspension, kind of the cushion, comes from that. Yeah, we're gonna have a little meeting here. We're gonna start heading up Webster. I've never done Webster. I've done Red Cone, which is a more difficult trail. So this should be a lot easier than doing Red Cone. I'll put a video up here of me and Dewey from Colorado Mall Crawlers doing Red Cone about 2 years ago. But the views are stunning up there. I'm hoping the views are about the same at Webster, just a little bit easier of a trail. So anyway, we're gonna start heading up the trail, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys when we get up there. So far this has been super comfortable. The fully independent suspension really just made a really nice ride. I really like the design of this. You know, at first I wasn't really feeling it when I first saw the first kind of models. I've really liked it, and honestly I'm having a hard time not looking into one myself, because it kind of meets all of the needs that I have. You know, I've been talking about how I want a truck. I want something that I can daily. It's a little bit better gas mileage, which, you know, obviously this isn't gas. This checks off a lot of boxes for me. I think I'm gonna do a full walk around of one of these pretty soon. I'm not sure where an electric truck would fall with my audience. So if you guys want to see a walk around of this vehicle, comment below and let me know to kind of show you guys everything and how this works. It is super, super cool.
Texas to Spartan 1, please answer.
And Cherokee are moving at a crawl.
We are stopping here. I filmed a water crossing, and man, I straight up soaked my shoes, so I'm gonna have pruny feet. But look at this view. This is the trail going up. This is Webster. You can't see it behind here, but it will cut in a different direction. So red cone will be coming this way, Webster goes that way. But it is beautiful up here. Last time I was up here, I was driving myself, so I was so focused on the road I didn't really look at this, but it is pretty amazing out here. So we got great weather going on. You know, it's a little cloudy, but it's not rainy or anything like that. I may eat those words later, but yeah, this is great. The ride on this is pretty good. It's a lot more comfortable than my 4Runner off the road. For a second, I had to hop in this Jeep right here because of the water crossing. I may or may not include that water crossing in the video because I hear it's technically frowned upon, but that's the way the trail goes, so I don't know what else you're supposed to do. I forgot the difference between the solid axle. The ride is definitely not nearly as comfortable as the fully independent suspension. This is like a luxury car off the road. Super comfortable. You know, I don't feel car sick or anything as a passenger, so pretty great. So we chilled here and ate lunch and just kind of hung out for a little bit. I think we were actually here for like almost an hour, if not more. Some people tried to get up Radical Hill. At least I think it was Radical Hill. That's what it looks like on the map. So it was a pretty difficult obstacle, and I filmed it for a while, but it was taking kind of a long time, and I kind of got hungry, so I kind of walked away. So Rob, who was driving the Rivian I was in, the one at the Rome tent, he actually did get up this little part of Radical Hill here, but I actually didn't catch that on camera. I think I was off eating some watermelon or something. I don't really know, but I kind of missed it, and I didn't film that part. But it actually is pretty crazy how much clearance these things have. So when you go to full off-road mode, I believe it's actually more than my 4Runner. Now, I have a 5th gen 4Runner on 34s with a 3-inch lift, and I think even at my highest point I get maybe like 12 inches. But in the Rivian's stock form, if you just press the off-road mode, I believe it gets something around like 14.5 or so inches. So really one thing I would like to see on this is sliders, which I've been told is something that's coming in the future. So it actually is kind of cool that they have an off-road package that does come from the factory. So they have like armor, you know, bigger tires, stuff like that, but sliders and maybe a bumper or at least a place to mount a winch would be really pretty much perfect. So collectively we spent way too much time here, but it was kind of nice to get out and meet everybody and talk and just a little bit of a break from filming and just, you know, kind of taking in the scenery.
If there's any snow, it'd be on the backside there.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see it. There's someone going the wrong way up Red Cone. Now, like I said, I linked a video up there if you guys want to watch it. But this coming down, this ridge right here is very dangerous. So if you're ever here, don't go that direction on Red Cone. It is a one-way for sure. You could get killed if someone's coming down this too fast and their brakes go out. It's just not good. But I don't know what that guy was thinking. Don't ever go up that direction. Traffic goes this way and then this way. So guys, this is one of the most beautiful views on this side of Colorado. Obviously, you know, if you've been to Ouray, Telluride area, you know, this doesn't really compare to that, but this is absolutely beautiful. I've never been to this spot right here. I just drove down and left, but God, it is crazy over here. We're headed that way, and there's some switchbacks and we're going that way. So I haven't done this trail before, so I'm not exactly sure how much further we have. We've really only come from there up to where we are now. So my guess is that we're about 25% of the way through. We were gonna try and do Upper Geneva Pass, but we just wasted too much time today. So we're just gonna go through and run to 285, which is Grant, Colorado. We came from this side, which is Montezuma. This is a really cool area. I wish I was here more often. This is such a great view behind me. Man, with this 16mm, you can really see all the way down there. But hopefully that drone, I'm gonna be able to use some footage from that because this is a really cool view. So hopefully I can just overlay some of that drone's footage while I'm talking or just in here.
Overwatch if we have good coverage.
We're going down pretty steep. You're not even using the brake, are you?
No, so this is still true one pedal drive. I'm just feathering off the throttle, and as I let off, it regens onto me. So, and for the energy nerds out there, so we're at 51%. So we are at just about half battery right now, and we are currently regenning at approximately 4 miles per kilowatt hour, which means that we should recover most of the expenditure by the time we reach the base there.
So one thing I actually thought was pretty crazy is how accurate these cameras are. You can see here the rocks on the camera here, and then you look out the window and there they are. You know, it is pretty dang accurate, so if you're in the driver's seat and you don't have a passenger, you can kind of see what's on your side.
windows and then give it 100%.
So we made it down the tougher part of the trail, you know, the switchbacks there. And the really cool thing about the Rivian is that it actually charges itself when you're going down that. So we actually gained some range by going down that part, whereas in my 4Runner, if I was in 4 low, you know, first gear, I would have actually been getting really bad gas mileage. It is also beautiful through here, and I actually saw some campsites. So yeah, it's like very forested through here, really cool. I really wish I was out here camping. So I may actually come back to this area and camp at some point soon. I have camped at the other side. I camped at Chihuahua Gulch. That was with Josh, who is the Dark Yoda on Instagram and YouTube. If you go to his channel, you'll see a video of us camping out at Chihuahua Gulch. That was just on the other side where we started. We're gonna keep heading that way. I don't actually know how much longer we have, but I think we're getting sort of towards the end. So yeah, I'm gonna hop back in. Let's go. right, so we are airing back up. Not everybody has to air up, we just have to air up the Jeeps. Actually did air down a little bit earlier. So now we're done with the trail. We are headed back to Denver area. They're gonna have to charge up when we stop at the mall. I'm probably gonna stop and get some food when we get back. But for the most part, we are done here. This was a nice little trip with the Rivians. So I actually do want to do a walk around of this Rivian here and kind of go check out the Rivian downtown. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I think I already said that before, but I definitely would love to do a walk around because there's so many features on this. But that being said, guys, I want to appreciate you guys for stopping by, checking this out. I will see you guys in the next video.